For our Literature Circle review, we read Life on the Tenure Track, Lessons from the First Year by James M. Lang. The book recounts his experiences month by month during his first year as an English professor at a small Catholic college. As we read the book, we tried to think how some of his experiences may not reflect the experiences of first year professors at other types of institutions, and so we added some ideas from other sources. The beginning of the first year gives conflicting emotions. On one hand, you may be excited for the new adventure, ready to take charge of your classroom, as James explains, and proud that you made it this far. But on the other hand, you may enter a class with students unwilling or unwanting to engage, despite your best efforts, or a college culture that is different than what you experienced before. At any rate, August will be a time of firsts, a time to begin troubleshooting what will spark engagement and what will kill it. September is a time to begin forming teaching methods and deciding what will and will not work. An agreement across many of the sources we've read is that student feedback is important to this process. Here we have an example of such feedback. This is a word cloud that we created in one of our own classes regarding the concept of cold calling, or how it makes a student feel when they are called on in class without volunteering. This feedback may be shocking to some, and it is a good example of how important it is to know your class and what methods may work or may not work for them.
About 2 months into the first year on the tenure track, you may, like Dr. Lang, feel overwhelmed. You may realize that based on your department's vision, you have to abandon some of your research or teaching goals. That's okay. It's okay to feel like you're drowning and to just do your best.
As a tenured faculty member, meetings are a necessary part of the job. These meetings could include graduate committee meetings, curricular meetings, or other departmental meetings. Because tenured faculty members weigh in on decisions that impact the department, it is important that they attend these meetings. In December, Dr. Lang talks about the importance of grade inflation and how to stay away from it. The information in the chart show how grade inflation continues to increase year after year. Tenured faculty members consider whether students have met learning objectives and outcomes, if the course is a major course for the student effort, the likelihood if the student will be in another course, how students respond to grades, and if students like them.
So what were your thoughts on the candidate?
Well, Dr. Smith sure did have a lot of teaching experience. He was very vocal about teaching 3-2 load for the last couple of years.
I agree. However, we are a research-focused institution. Our evaluation handbook right here suggests that faculty should be devoting 60% of their time to research, and I saw that Mr. Smith was lacking in this area.
That is true. However, he is coming from a small teaching institution and may not have been given the proper resources. In some, I think his teaching, service, and outreach experience is phenomenal, and we can provide avenues for him to expand his research.
During the month of February, Dr. Lang deals with a flare of his chronic illness. Ableism in academia is problematic. Although 40% of U.S. citizens report at least one chronic illness, only 1 to 2% of those in academia report chronic illness. This is likely a combination of accessibility as well as fear of disclosure. Remember that it's okay to take time for yourself, and let's work on making academia a safe place for those with chronic illnesses. Although most professors love school and definitely loved school when they were graduate students and undergraduate students, that doesn't always mean that their students come from the same place. Sometime during our career, we must realize that we are coaches, and translating our passion for the topic we teach maybe but really motivates students to learn. Take classroom dynamics, teaching style, topics, and assessments to the best place for your students.
As a first-year tenure faculty member, you should consider when and when not to say anything, especially when it comes to departmental meetings and wanting to make changes. You should always keep your eyes and your ears open. You should not want to be the changer of all things, but instead, if you must insist, wait until your second year.
It's finally May, and you can breathe a sigh of relief and take some time to reflect on your year. During our faculty interviews, we asked faculty what they like to do for fun that the university provides. As you can see, faculty take advantage of a variety of opportunities on campus to have a good time.
As a tenured faculty member, you can enjoy stability, benefits, and academic freedom. There are opportunities to negotiate your contract to allocate your time to teaching, research, service, and outreach. In addition, there are opportunities to move up in rank from assistant professor, associate professor, full professor, and distinguished professor.
Based on reading Life on the Tenure Track by James M. Lang and the other resources that we accumulated for this project, I learned that I have the choice to try and negotiate my faculty position based on the amount of research, teaching, service, and outreach that I would like to do. However, I will end up spending more time on service than I originally planned.
I learned no matter what type of institution I end up at, I should stick to my gut on what type of teaching methods I use.
And I learned that tenured faculty members are generally passionate about what they do. And one thing that stands out as a tenured faculty member is
At least you will appreciate the hell out of your 3-month vacation.